Hi guys and welcome back. Today I want to talk about GMX and I have an important warning if you are a GLP holder, if you are just providing liquidity into GMX, because as I will show you, there are two different vulnerabilities that are really important for you to know. The first one already exploited something like 500k, and I will explain how it was possible and how GMX is trying to defend itself. On the other side, the second one hasn't been already exploited and no one is talking about that, but it's really important for you to know about it because it could be really dangerous. So stay tuned because this video, if you're using this kind of platforms, is really important. Just before to start, guys, let me say that this channel is about educational content and nothing has to be intended as financial advice. If you want to invest in anything, that's great, but always your research before. And guys, don't forget to leave us a big thumbs up and drop a comment if you like it. And you can also check all our links into the description below. You will find our weekly newsletter, Twitter, and so on. But let's start immediately. So guys, I don't know if you're using GMX, I don't know if it is your favorite one, but GMX is one of the most important derivatives platform that is having a great success right now. The main reason is because thanks to its model that is using GLP as this one, GLP as a liquidity provider token, so it means that you are providing liquidity into the platform and at the same time people that are trading are using your liquidity in order to trade and generate profit. Usually, fortunately for GLP holders, people that are trading are generating a loss, at least in this market condition. That's the reason why GLP holders are earning so much, and that's the reason why so many people are using this platform. Let me know into the comment section if you're using GMX or what is your derivative platforms that you prefer at most, just into the comment section below. And if you want to know more about other alternatives that you can use instead of GMX, you can also check my previous video into the link right corner here, where I'm explaining all the different platforms, who they are and how they work. But let's start with the vulnerability, because the first one, it is something that has been a lot of talk in the last week. As you can see, this one is coming from CoinDesk, and it's saying that over 500k has been drained from GLP holders. But how it was possible? The point is quite simple. You need to know that in the moment when you are trading on GMX, there is no slippage. What does it mean? It means that you can buy even 1 billion. Let's suppose it is possible to buy 1 billion, that you have 1 billion to use in order to buy on GMX without touching the price. So it means that the price will not increase even if you are buying $1 billion of any kind of token. The point is that the same is not happening on DEXs like Binance, FTX, and so on. For example, we can check any of the tokens. For example, we can take, in this case, we have here AVAX, and if we try to open AVAX here on CoinGecko, into the market section, you will find how much money is needed in order to move the price by a 2%. As you can see, for example, on Binance, if you want to move the price up by 2%, is needed only 1.1 million. And if you're wondering why this data is important, let me show you one thing. So let's suppose that you are opening here a position of 2 million right now on AVAX, a long position. After that, you are going immediately to buy, to increase the price on Binance, buying another 2 million or something like that, 1 million, just to increase the price of AVAX by 2%. So let's suppose that you have bought 2 million on GMX, you are buying another million on Binance. In that moment, what is happening is that the price of AVAX will pump by 2%. And it means that your long position on AVAX, on GMX, is up by 2%. So you are in profit in that moment. And as you can see, through this kind of game, you have generated a free profit. And you can repeat the same mechanism on the other way. So in that moment, you can close this position, you can open a short position, you can in that moment sell again your position on Binance, generating a downtrend of another 1-2%, and generating on the other side on GMX another profit also in your short position. This trader here, that is, the story has been told by CoinDesk, but you can find the same story on different kind of sources. I will leave this link if you want to know more about this story into the description below. So as you can see, there are traders that are taking advantage from the nature of having no slippage on GMX. Unfortunately, this is not the only risk that you have in the moment when you are using GMX and you are providing liquidity on GLP. Because remember guys, this 500K that this trader has won are coming directly from the pockets of people that were providing liquidity and that were holding the token GLP. And that's something that you need to be aware of. There are people that are taking advantage and are taking your money and they are withdrawing and draining your resources. Obviously, this is something that the team of GMX right now is aware of, and they are trying to defend their position in order to limit the damage that are possible. How? They are trying to introduce some kind of limit, and in the next future, we can expect to have more advanced strategy in order to protect yourself on GMX. Before going on to the second threat that you have when you're using GMX and you are providing liquidity as GLP, I want to also add that obviously this strategy is not so simple as I told you, because obviously we have to take in account fees, funding rates, and so on. But the reality is that yes, it is possible, and it's not so difficult if you are having a lot of money and if you are a whale. Obviously, in the moment when we are talking about AVAX, it is needed just 1 million to move the price by 2%. On other cryptos like Ethereum, just to have a comparison, you will see that is needed much more money, like for example 50 million, 70 million, 20 million. So the amount of money that is needed to repeat this strategy, not on AVAX but on Ethereum for example, it is requiring much more money. The point is that the lower is the liquidity for a certain token, the easier is to apply this strategy. But let's go to the second threat that could be even worse, and until now nobody has been using that, probably because right now there is not the need to try to attack platforms like GMX or all the clones that are going around. Because yes, GMX has a major vulnerability that is quite simple to understand. If I know that if I want to trade, I would take the liquidity directly from GLP providers. So it means that if I win, there is someone else that is losing, and this someone else is a person that is using GMX. So if they are losing too much with any probability, they will simply leave GMX, and GMX, if all the people that are providing liquidity on GMX are leaving, GMX will die. So if you want to kill GMX, it's quite easy to do. All you have to do is open a long on GMX and an equivalent short, for example, on Mycelium, that is another platform that is providing the same. This is just a clone of a GMX. If you want to know more about different clones of GMX, you can check the video that I was just sharing previously, that I have also left into the description below. That was my previous one, where I was explaining what are the different alternatives to GMX. What you need to know right now is that if I want to simply kill GMX or any other of their equivalent platforms, what I can do is simply open a long position on GMX and opening a short position on another equivalent platform. So at the end of the story, I will have a position that is earning money and another one that is losing. So it means that my position that is earning money, it is stealing money from people that are providing liquidity into that platform, into the GMX through the GLP token. So it means that if I want to simply attack, because I don't like this kind of model, I want to simply, for example, I want to launch another kind of derivative platform where it's using some kind of other dynamic, and I want to boycott what GMX and all the other platforms are offering. I can try to attack with just hedging my position, and in that case, I will be sure that at least one of these protocols will be drained by a certain amount of liquidity. Obviously, you can also create a more advanced strategy, specifically when the market is having a big and clear path, a clear trend. This will be much more dangerous in the moment when we will have the next bull run. Because imagine in a bull run, when you have a clear uptrend, what I can do if I want to just kill GMX is opening a long position on GMX, hedging it on any other exchange, for example on Binance, just to be sure that I will not lose anything more than just the fees. And sooner or later, it could take, I don't know, 1 month, 2 months, or whatever it is, according to how the market is evolving, GMX, with any probability, will be drained by a lot of resources. I'm not here just to scare you, that's not the point. I want to simply explain you what are the downside, what are the more shady parts of providing liquidity, of using this platform. Because yes, that's true that through fees and so on, it's also true that on average, people are losing money on these trading platforms, but it's not granted. And there are a lot of downsides, a lot of risks that nobody is talking about, that you should be aware, because there is nothing bad to provide liquidity on these platforms. But remember, diversify the risk, don't be overexposed, because even if it looks like right now that is safe, it doesn't mean that it's 100% safe. And as I have just demonstrated to you, there are at least 2 big vulnerabilities that could affect the future of GMX and could affect your earnings through GLP. Guys, let me know what you think about these 2 vulnerabilities, if you have already thought about them, and how, in your opinion, GMX and all the other forks and derivative platforms can defend themselves from this kind of attacks. Guys, let me know it into the comment section below. Don't forget to leave us a big thumbs up and drop a comment. This is something that is really useful for us, and I would be really grateful if you would share your like and if you want to share a comment. Guys, thank you for following me, and I will see you soon with another video. Bye guys.